was love. Messy, independent, and flawed, but we were in love.
Every day, the world witnesses the changes that technology has brought upon as it evolves bit by bit. Information is at the tip of our finger. Storing is much simpler with one small gadget containing all the data we want. And most importantly, communication is possible regardless of the distance. Wherever you are, with the internet, you can connect with anyone and at any time. Social media platforms such as Twitter and Facebook are where you share your thoughts. Instagram is where you share visual moments of your important life, and it's the new trend now for businesses to thrive. And LinkedIn is for the professional industry and employment purposes. As a matter of fact, these are great examples of the uses and gratification theory, where social media users turn to social media as a means to select the contents that they want and value. Everything has been made convenient for the users of social media to the point that the younger generation has become heavily reliant on social media for almost everything. This is alarming because social media is also a site for people to spread negative influence to the youth who are gullible in nature. The portrayals of these deviant messages could easily ruin their innocence. Muslim youths are not excluded from this. Through social media, liberal ideologies are easily disseminated. This poster was spread around social media in 2017 to look for new followers joining their liberal movement. A liberal ideology is controversial in the Islamic context and usually challenges the Sharia law because it is considered outdated to the liberalists. A journal article explained that liberal Islam is a religion that contradicts the true religion of Islam. This widespread liberation of liberal Islam is extremely dangerous as it is clearly against the Quran and Al-Hadith. For instance, Muslim feminist Dr. Amina Wadud spread false liberal feminism ideology on social media by leading a mixed-gender congregational prayer, and women are allowed to become an imam for congregational prayers with the establishment of Qalbu Maryam Mosque. Muslim youth will be influenced when they see men and women standing side by side to pray to Allah when Islam has set strict rules on how congregational prayers should be done. Can the Sharia law be changed? No, liberalists will justify them amending the laws of Sharia because they believe that the laws are no longer relevant in the modern world when the Sharia is applicable to its followers through whatever situation they are in. Secondly, the never-ending debate on LGBT rights. Despite the fact that Malaysia in general is not accepting of this community, the social media is much warmer to them. It can be seen from the queer community and how they admit to feeling a sense of belonging. They even self-disclose about their issues on Twitter. This is because they share the same circumstances of growing up in a conservative family or a community that is hostile to them because of their sexuality. Because Muslim youths are always being exposed to social media and the LGBT movement, the community is starting to grow in Malaysia. As a matter of fact, there is an increasing trend of gay men coming out on Twitter. Coming out is the term where the LGBT community announces their sexual preference or identity to the public. It is also becoming more normal that Muslim youths are coming out as gay, lesbian, bisexual, or even transgender. After that, false portrayal of Islam within the spectrum of anti-Islamic and extreme ideologies is everywhere on social media. One could look up Islam on Google and find all sorts of false information about Islam and could in turn believe it. Innocence of Muslims, a movie that claims to show the true depiction of Islam when in reality was directed and produced by a non-Muslim, is the perfect example of the false narratives of Islam. It is an anti-Islamic movie that is highly insulting to the Muslims and the religion of Islam. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ was portrayed to be a child molester, a drunk man, and a homosexual, which are all untrue. For Muslim youths who have little to zero knowledge about Islam, they will surely have a negative image of this religion painted in their head and will be confused with all the lies being spread on social media. The faith could become jeopardized from influences with the intent of fabricating the true nature of Islam. Next, the example of extreme ideologies is terrorism. The jihadist terrorists use the social media like Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube to post the content, spreading news and videos. For example, Islamic State, IS, and right-wing extremists use social media to spread their wrong ideology and misinformation to the public by uploading images, videos, and memes. As a result, people that have interest with their ideology will follow this movement, and the number of terrorists also will increase day by day. Therefore, the three deviant teachings stated are the most worrying, because it is so easy for Muslim youths to believe what is shown on screen. If parents remain ignorant on their children's activities on social media, the next generation of Muslims could become lost with corrupted faith over the influence of the opposing views of Islam being spread all over social media platforms. It is up to parents, teachers, Islamic administrators, and Islamic leaders to make sure that youth's faith is protected and preserved while still making good use of the current technology.